Your motivation, my motivation, our motivation. Together we rise, together we elevate.
Motivate and elevate. Let your spirit soar. Believe yourself, you can achieve more. Motivate and elevate. Rise up and take your place.
Hello Philippines and hello world! Welcome to Motivate and Elevate, where we dive into inspiring stories and explore what really drives people to success. I'm Sandara Gamamag and I'm so excited and grateful to be here with all of you today. And I am Lingos Tubas on Motivate and Elevate. We believe everyone that has a story that can inspire us. For today's episode is about the moments that help us keep going when things get tough. Get ready for some amazing stories of resilience and determination.
I'm Jenny Glor and we're here to lift your spirits and change your perspective. We have a great show ahead, full of inspiring stories and insights on staying motivated for success.
That's right. We'll start with a panel discussion on the science of motivation with our expert guests. Then, we'll hear success stories from people who have overcome challenges and achieved great things.
So let's dive in today's show. We have our four amazing experts to help us understand motivation and its importance. So please welcome Dr. Marfig Gica, a psychologist. Cristel Baltica, a motivational coach. Ellen Ramonzada, an educational psychologist, and Christine Cacharo, a human resources expert.
Let's start with you, Dr. Hika. Could you give us a brief overview of what motivation really is and why it's such a big deal?
So thank you, Millie. So motivation is what drives us to act, whether it's eating, working, or pursuing our goals. So one famous theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where it organizes motivation into levels. So it starts with basic needs such as food and security, and it moves to higher ones like achieving our full potential, which is self-actualization.
That's fascinating. So when we think about motivation, it's not just about one thing, so it changes depending on what stage of life you're in, right?
Exactly. When your basic needs are met, then you can focus on your self-growth and purpose. It's like pyramid. You can think about your dreams if you still worry about your food. So when basic needs are covered, then you can start focusing on things like career, relationships, and self-growth.
Wow, that makes so much sense. Now, Ms. Crisel, as a motivational coach, how do you help people find that drive, especially when they feel stuck or unmotivated?
Well, one approach I use is based on self-determination theory, which focuses on autonomy, competence, and relationships. So people are more motivated when they feel in control, capable, and connected to others. So when someone feels stuck, it's often because one of it is missing. So we work on improving that.
So, for example, if someone feels like they're not progressing in their career, it might be because they don't feel competent in what they're doing.
Exactly. Sometimes people feel disconnected from their coworkers, which lowers motivation. That's why it's important to create an environment where they feel supported, capable, and in control. That's when they will do their best.
Wow, that's very insightful. Now we have a question coming from our audience. Now, Miss, what's your name?
I am Florence.
What's your question?
My question is how we can motivate when constantly facing challenges and failure in our life.
That's a great question, Florence. Staying motivated during challenges is hard, but it comes down to resilience. In education, we use attribution theory, which looks at how people explain success and failure. If people value failure on things they can't control, like bad luck, but if they see it as something they can improve, they're more likely to keep going.
That's so true. So it's about shifting your mindset from I fail because I'm not good enough to I can learn from this and get better. Right?
Exactly. It's about seeing challenges as chance to grow, not a roadblocks. When you believe your effort can change the result, you're more motivated to keep going even after setbacks.
Now we have another question coming from our two audiences. Mom and sir, what's your names?
My name is Honey May.
I'm Aaron.
Now state your question.
So I have heard a lot of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So can you explain the difference between the two?
And how do we know which one drives us more?
Great question, Aaron and Honey. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. It's when you do something because you enjoy it, like painting for fun. While the extrinsic motivation is driven by outside rewards, like money or praise. They both matter, but balance is the key. Too much focus on rewards can cause burnout, while intrinsic motivation brings long-lasting satisfaction.
Wow, that's very eye-opening, and I bet we'll touch on both types of motivation in our next segment. Let's move on to the second part of today's show, where we'll hear real-life success stories from some incredible individuals.
Motivate and elevate.
So thanks to our expert panel, we've learned about the theories and science of motivation. But how does it work in real life? So next we have the three amazing guests who will share their success stories with us.
Motivate and elevate. Let your spirit soar. Believe yourself, you can achieve more. Motivate and elevate. Rise up and take your place.
Let's welcome our first guest, Miss Zuela Apisawi.
Hello everyone!
You might know her as a teen actress who created her career at a very young age. Zuela, it's so great to have you here. Can you tell us a bit about your journey and what motivated you to keep going through all these years?
Oh, thanks for having me. I started acting at 5. I had to juggle school, auditions, and lots of rejection. But my love for acting kept me going. I used to watch movies and imagine myself in those roles. My family, especially my mom, has been my biggest support, always encouraging me not to give up even when things were hard.
Wow, starting at 5, that's incredible, Zuela. Were there moments when you feel like giving up?
Oh, definitely. There were times I didn't get roles I really wanted, and it made me doubt myself. But I kept going by remembering why I started. I love storytelling. Being on set makes me feel alive. My family's belief in me also reminded me I wasn't doing this alone.
So it's inspiring to hear how passion and family supports keep you strong. So now let's welcome our next guest, Lorenzo Gabutan, a young pastor who loves sharing God's truth. So Lorenzo, what motivates you in your mission?
Thank you. So my motivation comes from my faith and my desire to help others through God's teachings or words. So growing up, I felt a strong connection to my faith because my parents were very religious. And so as I get older, I realized that my purpose is to guide others spiritually. So every sermon I give and every person I talk to is about giving hope and faith, especially in tough times.
Wow, that's really inspiring. I can imagine that your faith must give you strength, but do you ever feel pressure or doubt in your journey?
Of course, so there is always pressure when you are guiding others, but I remind myself that I'm just a vessel of God's message, and it's not about me. So it's about helping people. When I say it in this way, so I feel more confident in my mission.
That's a great perspective. Now let's hear from our final guest, George Williamson, a successful skincare business owner who has faced many challenges. So George, so what keeps you motivated despite the challenges?
Hi everyone. For me, it's been a mix of passion and perseverance. Starting a business was tough, especially since I had little experience. But I believe in my products and know I can help people with skin. I faced many setbacks like money problems and manufacturing issues. But I use each challenge as motivation to push on.
Wow, that's incredible. Georgie. Now, how did you handle those setbacks and stay motivated when things seem impossible?
Honestly, it's all about perspective. I see every failure as a lesson, not the end. It is a chance to learn and grow. Seeing my customers happy with my skincare products reminds me why I started. And their satisfaction motivates me to keep improving.
Motivate and elevate.
Wow, what an inspiring episode! We've learned so much about the different ways motivation can push us forward, whether it's through passion, faith, or resilience. There's always something that keeps us going.
Absolutely. The stories we hear today prove that no matter where you are in life, motivation is the key to unlocking your full potential. Remember, it's not about the challenges you face, but it's about how you rise above them.
Exactly! Here at Motivate and Elevate, we believe that every setback is a setup for a comeback. So, no matter how tough things get, always remember to keep moving forward and trust in your journey. We hope that this episode has motivated you to keep striving for your dreams and elevated your mindset to be challenges as opportunities.
Thanks to our panel of experts and inspiring guests for joining us today. And to all of you watching, stay motivated, stay elevated, and keep chasing those dreams.
Until next time, this has been Motivate and Elevate, where we motivate your spirit and elevate your journey.
Motivate and elevate. Rise up and take your place.